Are we starting? This is embarrassing. Are we gone? Okay, awesome.
The sky is so pretty right now, everyone. Look at the sky.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I thought for this blog post we would continue the tradition of remaking things, because this one's a dramatic one. It all happened in a grocery store. It was super awkward, and I'm not even going to give you background because it's so awkward that I just can't even prepare you for it. So let's just go. So, fun fact, I'm also going to get my groceries while we do this for the matter of convenience. So, double bonus, you get to see what I get for my groceries, which is actually not entertaining at all. But we're going to continue on and just come in and out as we get stuff. This vlog was filmed May 22nd, 2022. Vlog title, Under a Foot Away from My First Kiss. Warning, this story contains moments that may move you to cringe, gasp, and frown at the unlikelihood of following unfortunate events. Now let the story commence. So every Saturday, the grocery store is filled with shoppers, and in Utah, most money waivers want to purchase their puddings and pasta before Sunday, the day of rest. So I don't shop on Saturday, usually. However, one time the weekdays were overwhelmingly busy, and I stood with my shopping cart at the fruit section at my local grocery store on a Saturday. Some relaxing feelings moved over to my senses, and I went from strawberry to blueberry. A little cheesy there. Leisurely. I passed the avocados, which were disappointingly not discounted, and I made my way to the back of the section. As I neared the vegetables on the rear wall, I looked to my left for the first time, and I saw him. Okay, flashback moment real quick. I'm 16. I'm allowed to date now. I'm allowed to do a lot of things. That cute boy that I knew through a friend spends time with me on New Year's Eve. We kiss. It's my first kiss. He knows it, and I know it. We don't live close enough to visit, so we message over months. I take bad advice, and we have an awkward falling out. Flashback, end. I'm in the grocery store. He looks so similar to that time when I first met him, except a thin beard lines his chin. That wasn't there a couple years ago when we reconnected. Okay, I'm in my 20s and living in Provo. I reconnect with my first kiss at a friend's event. He briefly says hi but needs to leave. Later, he messages me. He wants to go out. I should have said yes. Shown kindness. But I said no. Maybe I had a sixth sense, or maybe Survivor's intuition kicked in, but by the time I had seen him in the store, I knew he had already seen me. We chatted lively with some friend, and I gathered that walking across the fruit and vegetable section to interrupt their conversation and say hi might not result in rejoicing over our relived memories of rejection. I stayed on my path to the back. Based on sitcom sketches, I know I'm not the first person to avoid awkward interactions in the grocery store. The oblivious act applies to us all. If it doesn't apply to you, that's fantastic. Please message me your best advice on the subject. I had ignorantly made my way through the vegetables, pretending as if I had not noticed that he had followed a similar path as mine, and was now at the back as well. At least I had everything and could leave to the next. Bananas. I had forgotten bananas. They were in the aisle directly across from where he stood, and no covering could prevent me from seeing him, or vice versa. Some people might skip the bananas for a week, but my smoothies, oatmeal, and cream of wheat relied upon this botanical berry. Hope I said that right. I left my cart behind and focused straight ahead to my destination. La la la, I sang to myself, I'm unaware of my surroundings. Heavens hailed a tall restock cart to the bananas just as I arrived, and it covered my line of sight to him. It was seriously so perfect. I could safely claim that I had known no better and leave without saying hi. It felt good to get out. It was like I had quit a junky job or a haunting high school, though for a time I had endured the unpleasantry, I had escaped. I can't say I remember the aisle I went to next. As it didn't matter what I needed to get her by, I only felt relieved that I had secured a safe exit from a cold conversation. I had forgotten that when you run into someone at a grocery store, you'll likely see them twice. and in the next aisle, I saw him again. My heart palpitated. I only needed one thing, so I grabbed it and got out. Then, in the breakfast aisle, I debated if I wanted to buy Pop-Tarts. It's an ongoing discussion in my head. They're unhealthy, and I don't want unhealthy things in my house versus they were a quick, yummy snack for my husband. I became so engrossed in this discourse about the Pop-Tarts that I didn't notice him until he had come half down the aisle. I stood at the beginning. I couldn't quickly get it and go. As before, I hadn't decided if I should purchase the Pops or not. My cart stayed steady on the right side of the aisle. On the left side of the aisle, the end of his cart stopped where the end of my cart began. So let's just show you here. His cart stopped right here. My cart right there. La, la, la. I really echoed to myself. I'm oblivious. Just looking this way, trying not to notice that he's right there. Sale price. The multi-flavor packages were on a closeout sale. I grabbed 2 boxes and stepped into the center to place them into my cart. Then my heart rate increased. Right here, placing stuff in my cart. He had chosen his cereal, and as I stood in the center of the aisle by the outside of my cart, his shopping cart began to move forward. I pressed against the gray grid that contained my food and waited as his cart slowly slid past me. Before his presence passed mine, I decided to break the barrier. I was gonna be brave. I would keep my ignorant illusion, but I would give him the opportunity to do the, "Oh, is that you? Well, hey," thing. Knowing my standing in the middle was inconvenient, I said, staring at the shelved Pop-Tarts, "Oh, I'm sorry." Silence. He left the aisle without a word. A minute passed and my heart would not stop bothering my chest, so I continued with my shopping and let the adrenaline act as a motivator to check off everything on my list. Of course, I needed something from the meat aisle next, and I'm not sure if we buy the same thing or if this was some lesson that I needed to learn about human interaction, but he stood where I needed to go. Again, for good learning, I was not going to stand unmindful in the same area as him for a 4th time. I traveled to the drink section where I would likely not run into him or anyone else I knew because it was an alcoholic drink section and we're in Utah. So, yeah. My heart never slowed, so near the end of my shopping, I called my husband and told my tale. I shunned myself for not saying hi. My husband assured me that most people would not, which makes sense. And so perhaps there's a lesson about human interaction here. Perhaps we'd be better off to bite the bullet and say hi the first time, rather than suffer through 4 times of trying to keep up the unaware act. Or perhaps sometimes you just have to pretend that you never saw your first kiss. Well, here we are. Oh, a soccer ball, you guys. Cute. If you know me, you know I love soccer. That's super cute. You can put it on your keychain. Sometimes I find the coolest stuff in grocery stores. We're in the random aisle where there's just cars and stuffed animals that are overpriced because it's a grocery store and they hardly sell any of those. That was my incredibly awkward moment. I don't even think I need to do a huge review because it spoke for itself. I kid you not. I forgot. I thought I was here when he passed by and that was really awkward and that I tried to say hi. I forgot. I tried to smile at him. I forgot that I was literally, his cart was barely grazing behind me, barely not touching, and I said something out loud and he just ignored it. It was way worse than I remembered it. So awkward. First kiss, if you're out there and you're watching this video, no hard feelings on my end. We're all good. We're all good. You're happy, hopefully. I'm happy. Guys, just say hi to people. Literally, if they care that you're saying hi to them, they got their own stuff going on. There's nothing wrong with it. Learn from me. Again, there's so much that you don't want to live through that I lived through. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like this video if you liked it. Subscribe, all of that jazz. I hope that you didn't cringe too much during that. And we'll see you for the... I keep saying we'll see you for the next one. Guys, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep saying that. I can't see you, but but in my heart, I'll see you next time. Bye!